Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Year is 1967. The Beatles are taking over the world, the Apollo missions are setting their sights on the moon, and Mercedes-Benz rolls out what would become one of the most iconic roadsters ever built, the 280 SL. Known affectionately as the Pagoda for its concave hardtop, the 280 SL struck a perfect balance between luxury, performance, and timeless design. But what happens when you take that timeless beauty and bring it into the modern age without losing its soul? That's where the Restomod comes in. Today, we're diving deep into the stunning, reimagined 1967 Mercedes 280 SL Restomod. It's not just a car, it's a bridge between the golden era of motoring and the cutting edge of modern engineering. In this video, we're going to talk about what makes this Restomod so special, how it transforms the original 280 SL into a modern masterpiece, and why it deserves a spot in every car lover's dream garage. Let's start with the design. The original 280 SL was penned by the legendary Paul Bracq, and it featured sleek, minimal lines that have aged like fine wine. In the Restomod version, those lines are preserved because, let's be honest, you don't mess with perfection. But what's changed is everything under the surface. The body may look vintage, but look closer, and you'll see subtle hints of modern craftsmanship. The stance is more aggressive, thanks to a custom-tuned suspension. The wheels are period-correct in style but forged with modern alloys for strength and lightweight performance. And the paint the paint, a deep, lustrous red that practically glows under showroom lighting, layered with ceramic coating to protect it for years to come. Around back, you'll notice reworked taillights that retain the original shape but use modern LED technology. The dual exhausts are neatly tucked into the rear valance, producing a deeper, throaty tone than the original ever could. Chrome details are polished to a mirror finish, accentuating the elegance of the bodywork. This Restomod doesn't scream for attention, it commands it, quietly, confidently, like an old money aristocrat wearing a bespoke suit. Pop the hood, and that's where the magic really starts. The original 2.8-liter inline-six engine was a beauty in its own right, a smooth, reliable, and responsive. But the Restomod world demands more, much more. In most high-end builds, that original power plant is replaced or heavily modified. Some builders go with a modern Mercedes-AMG V6 or V8 engine, bringing horsepower figures up to 300 or even 400 plus. It's not just about raw power, it's about usable, responsive torque that transforms this classic cruiser into a sports car capable of holding its own on today's roads. The transmission? Say goodbye to the aging 4-speed auto or manual. In its place, a modern 5 or 6-speed transmission, sometimes even a dual-clutch setup, depending on the builder. This means buttery smooth gear shifts and optimal power delivery, whether you're carving through a canyon road or cruising along the coast. Underneath, it's an entirely new car. The chassis is usually reinforced for added rigidity. Independent suspension systems replace the original setup, offering better handling and a smoother ride. Brakes are upgraded to modern disc systems with ABS, ensuring you can stop as confidently as you can accelerate. And the steering is no longer vague and floaty, it's precise, thanks to electric or hydraulic systems that bring this 60s icon into the 21st century. Step inside, and the transformation continues. The interior of the original 280 SL was already a masterclass in understated elegance. In a Restomod, that elegance is retained, but upgraded with today's technology. The leather is still there, only now it's hand-stitched Italian hides, soft and supple, wrapping around recontoured seats that provide better support for long drives. The wood trim remains, but it's now real walnut or maple, finished with a deep gloss that catches the light just right. The gauge cluster, custom-made, blending vintage design with modern digital readouts. You get the classic look, but with the functionality of modern dash. Infotainment systems are cleverly integrated or hidden behind panels or disguised to look analog. Bluetooth, navigation, smartphone integration, it's all there, but never at the cost of authenticity. Climate control, once an afterthought in classics like this, is now fully modernized. Dual-zone AC and heating ensure comfort in any weather, and sound insulation throughout the cabin makes the ride whisper quiet when you want it, yet still lets that engine note sing when you floor it. Every detail is meticulously considered. From custom pedal boxes to retro-styled LED interior lighting, the Ristamod 280SL is as much a work of art as it is a machine. And that's the thing, it's not just a restoration, it's a reinvention. It's taking something already beautiful and giving it new life, new purpose, and new performance. Now, let's talk about the experience. Driving a Ristamod 280SL is like driving through time. You get the sense of history, of connection to a golden era of design, but you also get the responsiveness, the comfort, and the safety of a modern vehicle. It's the best of both worlds. The steering is tight, the acceleration is surprisingly brisk, and the brakes give you confidence to push a little harder. It feels alive here more so than many new cars today. One of the most fascinating things about Ristamods is that no two are exactly alike. Each build reflects the vision of the person behind it. Some go for subtle upgrades, keeping it as close to original as possible while improving safety and reliability. Others push the envelope, turning the car into a full-blown performance machine. And that's what makes the 1967 Mercedes 280SL Ristamod so special. It's a canvas, a legendary born in infinite variations. It's also worth noting that Ristamods like this aren't just about luxury or performance. They're about preservation, about keeping automotive history alive in a way that's relevant to today's world. Instead of letting these icons fade into obscurity, Ristamods breathe new life into them, allowing new generations to fall in love all over again. But with all this attention to detail, performance, and style comes a price. Ristamod 280SLs aren't cheap. Depending on the builder, the components, and the level of customization, you're easily looking at six figures and in some cases, even more. But for those who understand what they're getting, it's worth every penny. Because this isn't just a car. It's a story, a legacy, a piece of art that moves, breathes, and roars. And that brings us to a very real truth about Ristamods: they're emotional machines. You don't buy one because it's the fastest or the most efficient. You buy one because it makes you feel something. That blend of nostalgia, admiration, and sheer driving pleasure is hard to replicate. And when it's wrapped in a body as stunning as the 280S,